The town of love, on a sun-drenched summer day, CES stood at the edge of the beach, her bare feet sinking into the warm, golden sands. With each grain beneath her fingers, she felt an invigorating surge of creativity. The lively sound of laughter and the crashing waves echoed around her, but in her mind, only her vision thrived. CES just loved to make sculptures out of sand today. She would bring to life a detailed sand sculpture of a city, a miniature version, complete with intricately crafted buildings, winding streets, and tiny parks bustling with imagined people as the sun slowly dipped toward the horizon, casting shades of orange and pink across the sky. CES stepped back, admiring her creation. Every detail was a labor of love, and she felt an overwhelming sense of satisfaction wash over her. The sculpture, glimmering under the sunset, was more than just art, it was a piece of her heart, a city formed from her dreams. Weeks later, CES and her partner Wen took a holiday to a quaint distant town, hoping to escape their busy lives. The town was painted with charm, cobblestone streets bordered by historic buildings, the scent of baked goods wafting through the air. As they strolled through the vibrant town square filled with festive lights and laughter, CES couldn't shake the unsettling feeling of déjà vu. The locals had a strange custom, where one of the locals would be in a Humpty Dumpty outfit, the figure having earlier sat on top of a short wall, would jump down to hand out presents to children, then, he would climb back on top of the wall again, and repeat giving presents after jumping. Doesn't this feel familiar? CES asked Wen as she pointed to a peculiar fountain. Wen raised an eyebrow, his skeptical nature kicking in. It's just a fountain, CES. These towns often have a similar style.
But as they wandered deeper into the town, CES felt the familiar tug of her memories. This quaint town seemed to echo her sculpture, the layouts, the architecture, even the benches. It was as if she had somehow stepped into her own creation. On a rainy afternoon, they took refuge in an old bookstore, the scent of dust and aged paper inviting them inside. CES felt drawn to a worn leather journal lying atop a cluttered shelf. As she flipped through the pages, her heart raced with every word she read. The journal belonged to Len Lightness, a long-lost architect who had dreamt of a perfect city and felt compelled to build it. The sketches and descriptions mirrored the miniature city she had carved in the sand so many weeks earlier. It was incredible. The uncanny resemblance left CES breathless. What had begun as a mere coincidence now felt like a profound connection, a ripple through time where dreams and reality intertwined. "One, look at this!" CES exclaimed, her eyes shining with excitement. It's like he was inspired by the same vision. Wen leaned over her shoulder, the skeptical lines on his face softening. As he read the journal, his doubts began to melt away. "It's astonishing," he murmured, understanding the deeper significance that hung in the air. Later that night, as the town came alive with music and dancing for a local festival, CES felt a whirlpool of emotions within her. She saw dancers donning colorful outfits, artists painting vibrant murals, and musicians strumming jubilant tunes. It was chaos and beauty fused together, much like her own creative process. A man was teaching how to create pottery using a turntable and clay. CES felt compelled to contribute, drawing upon the inspiration and energy around her. She created a small cup of clay that combined the essence of sculpture with Len's architectural style. It captivated the townsfolk, and for a moment, she felt unshackled from the weight of her earlier doubts.
As the festival continued, fatigue washed over her, and CES drifted into a dream. In this dream, she confronted Len Lightness. He stood amidst a magnificent landscape, the sand city shimmering at sunset, stating, "The artist's journey is never solitary. It is woven through time, connecting all who dream." When she awoke, the sun was peeking through the window, and dawn light filled the room with warmth. It dawned on CES that her art, her dreams, were part of a larger narrative, a lineage connecting artists' hearts through generations. She shared her dream with Wen, and as she spoke, he listened, his eyes finally reflecting understanding and acceptance. "Perhaps we don't have to unravel all the mysteries," he suggested, a gentle smile growing upon his lips. "Maybe we just need to embrace them." As their holiday came to an end, CES felt renewed, her spirit soaring high like the seagulls above the beach. They returned to the sandy shores where it all began when called out, "CES, quick! I've found Humpty in your town made of sand." CES ran over to her sculpture of the town, which appeared to be fully intact, in the space of the town square in Suze's model town. Was a seagull egg strangely speckled like the Humpty Dumpty outfit worn by the local. One also found a metal thimble, which protected the fingers from being pricked by a needle, shaped exactly like a miniature version of Suze's clay cup. CES and Wen side by side, watched the waves dance to the rhythm of the tide, knowing that there was interplay of reality and imagination.